TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the new and improved podcast.
That pain and that hurt. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Through the highs and the lows for 4 years running, the podcasts have been here for you, bringing the victories and the defeats, the joys and the sorrows, and we are just getting started. I'm your show producer, Bella, the coordinator of the chaos, and if you want to talk to Scott, you got to get through me, so be nice. Here at the podcast, we do it a bit different. We're all about the investment element of crypto, no hype, but rational and objective context of what we are buying and what we are selling, and we strive to be entertaining and informative while we do it. So strap in, fill your glass, but before I introduce you to the podcaster himself, I'm going to give you a few things for tonight. Don't make direct eye contact. No sudden movements. Don't cough or hold off on the negative facial expressions, guys. So without any further ado whatsoever, I give you the podcaster himself, the one and only Great Scott. Dazzle me, boy.
Thank you, Belle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast. Thank you. I have my manager is here today. And you know what? I'm not going to shush him away. I had a great day. This is my cat, Ike. And he likes to sit on top of my my work laptop because it's warm. So I'm not going to shush him away, man. Deal with the cat. I hope everybody had an absolutely wonderful day today. I know that I had an absolutely wonderful day today. I know that you guys know why, but that, of course, didn't hurt. Bitcoin just absolutely exploding. It didn't hurt. Well, what I found interesting about that is it didn't carry the altcoins the way I would have expected. Now, granted, it's a 5% pump, but Bitcoin dominance is still seems to be so high, man, that nothing. It really didn't move the needles on too many things too much. Usually you see, about a 2x based on what Bitcoin did. If they went 5%, most of the altcoins are going to carry 10, 15%, depending on their market cap. But this one really didn't. Now, a couple of the big standouts today, of course, one was Jackal. Do you guys know Jackal? Are you familiar with Jackal? They're parking lot, man. They store things, all right? When you need to leave things in a place, and you can leave them there at Jackal. And Jackal had a wonderful day. And a cash had an absolutely booming day, which is interesting because it happened. All of that and the announcements and all that happened after I made my video, and I was kind of extolling on the virtues of the Akash Jackal pool. If you were in that pool, that one's over here on Astrovault. If you guys are not familiar with Astrovault, this is it over here. But it's extolling the virtues of this particular pool, because if you were in that particular pool today, you are up. You're up big, and a big round of applause. Big round of applause for you. Now, Akash took off on the news that they're going to be listed on Coinbase. Coinbase added them to their roadmap, and Akash is going to go up, and everyone's just piling in. I wasn't really, that's great, man. You want to give me more money for my tokens, that's great. But I still don't think the value proposition of Akash is based on how many people are speculating in the token. I think its value proposition is based on how many people are using its servers over time. So while the exchange listing is great, a lot of visibility for the project, good look at Cosmos, oh my goodness, all of that is great, but I'm still in it because cloud servers, man, that's it. Boxes are expensive. They're not. That's it. So the more infrastructure that they stand up, I'm more interested in their posts talking about all the new infrastructure that's being stood up, all the new GPUs, CPUs, everything that's going up on that network. That's where my money shot is, and I'm right about this. That's it. I mean, I'm absolutely right about this, so I'm kind of cool. Jackal was just a whole nother animal, man. People really starting to take notice of it. It's really starting to come together over there. Their users are up huge. If you take a look at and they post an API. This is how many people are using it. They're up huge. I mean, really well, and it's only going to get better when a Muse launches here on the 15th. So Bella and I have been in some discussions about that. How do we really want to celebrate it? And she didn't price it out. Belle, did you price it out today? How much are 5 good Androids with prepaid Androids for a year? How much is it per
Uh,
phone?
I've been a little bit busy working today, Scott. So
Yeah.
no, I have not had a chance to price those out yet, but
All
I
right.
will.
Well, let's assume $1,500 a phone for a year prepaid service. I think that's probably in the ballpark for a good Galaxy. But we were talking about maybe buying 5 phones and prepaying them for a year and preloading them with a Muse and then giving them away on the stream. I think it'd be kind of a cool little introduction to a Muse. So what that's going to do and what is really interesting about this is, one, I'm not making a nickel on a Muse. All right, this is a pure loss for me. It's going to continue to be a pure loss. We're launching this as a freemium service. All right, you don't have to pay for it. All you have to do is log in, sign up, boom, you're going. Now I'm not paying for a full terabyte. I'm paying for the 2 GB, so it's not exactly beating the hell out of me, but it's a way for you to get up there and really alpha beta test this for us. We want feedback. All right, tell us what works, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, so that when we add the spinning rims to it in 2.0, that we make sure that we get all the features added that you want. But right now it's more or less proof of concept, and why we are so excited about it is because virtually no other chain out there can do what we're going to do on March 15th mobile. They simply cannot do it. And it's so exciting, the potential of this. That's why we did it. That's why I funded it. That's why I'm pushing on this, because the potential on this is simply mind-bending. And what I mean by that is utilizing Web3 for what Web3 can do. So Jackal is going to be rolling out the V4 upgrade really soon. You heard about it. If you were here Saturday, and a lot of you were here Saturday, you heard all about it. Marston talked it up very well. But one of the features that's coming with the V4 that makes it easy for us. Now, we can do it in the CLI, but we don't want to have to rework everything as soon as V4 goes live, so it'll be in 2.0. But what that's going to let you do is share data with anybody in your contact list if they also happen to have the Amuse app. You're going to be able to share data with anybody else in your contact list. So pick the file, pick your contact, and you're going to be sharing data with them. Now, that in itself doesn't sound terribly exciting until you consider that it is limitless data with no file size restrictions. You want to send them a terabyte, send them a terabyte. It's going to take a bit, but you can send them a terabyte. Click here, whoosh, off your data goes. And you don't pay any extra for that. I want to make sure that I'm real clear on this. You don't pay any extra for that feature. Now, I want you to tell me, please, another app that will do that. That's perfectly integrated, works on your phone, all nice and done, and all of that is done on the back end, so it's not beating up or stressing your phone in any way. We are going to beat up and stress the Jackal hardware. They built a very tough network, and we're going to find out how tough. That's it. And my whole hope here is that we create such a demand on the network that they have to pivot from what they're doing to keep up with the demand that we are providing them. That's it. That's my goal. This has always been something that I wanted because I am a privacy advocate. I'm a huge privacy advocate. All right. My data is my business, period. And the government has no business. They don't need to know. If they need to know, I'll tell them. But if they don't need to know, then they shouldn't be able to know. And that's what Jackal brings. That's what it's going to bring to your mobile phone, is the ability to transfer data from point A to point B on your phone with a click. Click, boom, off you go. No file sizes, restrictions, nothing. And nobody will know that it occurred except you and the person that you sent it to. It's not going through anything. It's just all around a beautiful, beautiful system. And again, I think it is stressing and using Web3 to where what Web3 was intended to be. That's what we're getting into on this one. That's why we're so excited about the app. That's why we put so much money into it or getting so excited. It's probably going to be a little bit bare bones when you guys get it. We call it clean. It's going to be a very clean. Bell, it's not going to be bare bones. It's going to be clean. All right? What do you think about that, Bell? You like that? It's going to be clean.
I'd rather say it's going to be alpha, but that's just me.
It's going to be a very clean, functional app. All right, that's what people want. That's what I want. There you go. For everybody who does want the bells and whistles and the spinning rims, that's coming in 2.0. But we've got to get it out. We've got to get it used. We've got to stress the network. We have to find out all of these things. That's why we're releasing it. That's why I'm paying for it. And I just hope you guys use it and appreciate from a really 30,000 foot view exactly what you're doing with an app like this, because this is not the app is not the future. The tech, the idea behind it is absolutely the future. So that's it. All right, I'm all done talking up a Muse. If you guys want it, it's gonna be APK. So we'll share you the link. Download it, knock yourselves out, have fun. But we're also here for money, because we're kind of we're a very strong entertainment channel. So we're gonna talk about some entertaining things tonight. We're going to get it in. And we brought over with us Astrovault Eric, who he's not here to take a victory lap, but he really should. Eric, do we have you? Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me back, Scott.
Welcome. You're always welcome here, dude. Are you going to do a victory lap here, man, or are you going to talk about things to come? I'm cool with either of them.
Things to come. It's way too early for a victory lap. This is a decent start.
All right, now I'm going to stop you right there. All right, because you 2x, dude. All right, not only did you 2x, you over 2x. I understand people are very, very cavalier about that. We're looking to the future. $400 million market cap, $500 million, billion dollar market cap. That's where we want to be, and that's great. But what you've done here, aside from these big multi-billion dollar VC heavy farming chains like your DIM and your TIA and all that stuff, is you've done this with a little known DEX, a little known token, and you've done it with absolutely no VC funding, none. You have not had to bend the knee or kiss the ring in any way, shape, or form, and you still managed to make this not only profitable for anybody who used Outbid. You not only made it profitable, but you made it stupid profitable. People just seem to get so cavalier about a 2x. Guys, traditional TradFi will work a year to get you 7 or 8%, and 7 or 8% gets you a corner office. How long has AXV been live, Eric? I forget. How long?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. My goodness. So in 3 weeks, you did what it takes traditional finance 10 years to do. You doubled it up. All right. Now, I know you're not here to take a victory lap, dude. I don't really care. I'm going to do it on your behalf because you're making me a lot of money, man. And I certainly appreciate that. So, yeah, if you don't want to dance on it, man, that's cool. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to you, man. You guys get your questions, comments, concerns, observations in. Eric is here. They're doing most of the talking tonight. I'm doing most of the drinking. And, yeah, so Eric, go ahead. Tell them about the future, man.
Yeah, some victory laps I will take is that the revenue numbers are coming in quickly. They're fitting our projections, but we're growing liquidity. We're growing volume. Especially volume a little bit faster than we anticipated, which is fantastic. The price obviously is going to follow that. We announced today we made over $38,000 in revenue this last week. That's insane, guys. We haven't upped our emissions. If anything, like we've lowered them. Like we're very close to and bordering being like net profitable, which is obscene, and that's considering emissions being like expenses. So if you look at like these high APRs, be like, oh, we're making more than that in almost all of the pools. That's insane. Like the numbers we're pulling in, like nobody's touching. I know Scott likes to talk about like I obsess over these numbers. I do. I've got spreadsheets in front of me right now. I absolutely obsess over them because this is how we grow sustainably. Like if I can prove to you that we're operating at a profit, how can you tell me it's not sustainable? So if we keep liquidity growing, if we keep volume growing, if we keep growing these partnerships, we have a couple more coming even this week. Really excited for where we're going.
You have another couple coming this week. Who do you got?
Yeah, so we launched Empower today and we launched Levana today. But we haven't announced the team that we made a $120,000 liquidity deal with. So our POL is actually 120, a bit over 120K higher than it's showing right now on our UI. So you'll have to stay tuned for tomorrow or Wednesday when that gets announced. We're doing another POL for airdrop deal with another ecosystem we're really stoked to work with.
No, well, I'm asking you now, dude. I don't. Patrick's going to be on the show on Thursday, dude. So that's it, man. I mean, you got this week. Who are you launching? Come on, give it up.
Pirates, trying to make me walk the plank here?
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
That's my job.
You guys all suck. All of you suck, man. Look, people come here to the podcast. They come here for alpha. I want to give them alpha. All right, Eric, what do you got? You got something good? And what is that? What I saw that Empower pool. I'm gonna go third screen and show everybody. I don't even know what the hell the token is, dude. What is it? That one right
So they're
there.
doing a lot of stuff in like plastics recycling and trying to grow an ecosystem that makes that a bit more sustainable. Um, that is a business that is legitimate. It is something that can be optimized through Web3. They've been around for several years. They're showing that they're doing a lot towards that, and they like many of the customers we talked to weren't getting their services adequately met by existing products in the Cosmos ecosystem. And we're happy to help out and make them strong partners and support their needs in ways that that can help them catalyze them to get the market share that they're going for.
No, and that's the funny thing. That really is the funny thing is there's kind of a stigma in crypto, and it's called market cap. That's it. It's called market cap. So anything that's under 7 digits, we just naturally assume it's a loser, has no business, shouldn't exist, get it off, yeah. And that's just the way that we present it, because that's our crypto ideology here. Then if it's less than $1 billion, it's not worth my time. If it's less than $1 million, it shouldn't exist at all. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. We're right now, see all of these, the browser, everything that we put up, the third screen, all of that stuff, all of that is Decenter. And Decenter at the time when it listed over there on Astrovault was right. What was it, Eric? Around $400,000 thereabouts. Little plus, little more, little less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
the price was 0.03 cents, I think.
Yeah, I bought a lot. Come on, dude. It's a browser I use, man. Of course, I'm going to be all over that one. But from the time that they listed, currently they're sitting at about 1.50. They hit 3 cents before their market maker went nuts and rogued the shit out of all of us. But it's an excellent product. I use it. They have 35,000 customers that use this thing every day. I push it and push it and push it because it is simply a better product than you're going to find anywhere else out there in the market, regardless of their market cap. Does the product work? Does it meet your needs? Is it safe? Are there callbacks? Is Google sitting there tracking everything that goes through your browser? No. Therefore, I see it as a good product. I see it as value. I want to invest in that. And apparently, Eric did too, because Decenter was one of the very early tokens that partners that made it over your way. I think Jackal was the first, but Decenter was, what, second or third that actually came on board with you guys, yeah?
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like I don't get into personal investments very much. I don't have very money. I spent everything I had, literally sold my house to help build Astrovault. Decenter is one of the very few tokens I bought. I love Nikita. I enjoy working with him. I use Decenter exclusively, so you gotta like you buy stock in the companies you use, right? I don't use stock. I use crypto, but I gotta support the teams that have real products that you're using. So yeah, they're very real. They could be the entire UI of everything that comes out in Deepin right now.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is there's something that happens over on Astrovault. Now, I say it often, but I'm going to say it again that crypto is not checkers. All right, guys, crypto is chess. Now, I want to show you this particular token that has very little action, not much trading volume on there, small market cap, all that other good stuff. Right now, that chart looks just flat considering everything that's happened. But where it really gets interesting is when you look at the 7-day chart of this particular token, this little dead and gone and dying small market cap shouldn't be in crypto. And you actually flip it out to the 7 days. And in 7 days, guys, that's up 15% or 51%. It's up 60% in 2 weeks. Now, we get very, very cavalier about this in crypto. We do, because, if it's not 50xing, then it's really not worth my time. 51% in 7 days is monumental. It is absolutely monumental. But here's where the 4D thing comes into on this particular token. You have to look at the pairings of what is Decenter paired against, and that really, really matters. I got you, Eric, on the screen right now, and he's grinning because he knows where I'm going with this, right? We coined something a long time ago, or when it first launched, called the Astro Vault effect. I'm going to show you the Astro Vault effect. I'm going to show it to you right now. And while I get it ready, Belle, do we got any questions before I introduce the Astro Vault effect? Please take it away.
We do have a few. So first and foremost, coming in from Old Man, WTF, where is my Astrovault hat?
I gotta go to Cosmos Merge Store, man. If you win the giveaway, I'll make you a trade. You give me the Jackal, I'll give you 7 Astrovault hats. You can change the colors. 7.
That's good, man. Go ahead, Belle. One more.
All right. So Old Man again, will a Muse be able to do live video for streaming?
Not at this time. We're launching it with very base functionality with the focus on the data storage. I mean, that's it, man. Look, this is something that I want to use, period. Now, everything else that we're talking about, it is going to be 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, but right now we're launching this with very basic functionality, but it's the core of everything. It's the core of the entire app is going to be right there. So we got to stress that out a little bit. All right, let me show you the Astrovault effect, what we've been chatting up here for a long time. So you see that little, that small little bit of TVL over here, but you see what token it's paired against? It's paired against a little token called AXV. Now, it's been paired against a little token named AXV ever since a little token named AXV came into existence. In the time that it's come into existence, which is approximately 3 weeks ago, it has more than doubled in value. Now, understanding how an AMM works, you're going to want to look at what your token is paired against, because these are called tailwinds. So as AXV continues to go up in value, as AXV continues to increase in value, but the AMM has got to keep that TVL fixed, that AXV slowly becomes decenter as the token goes up in price. Now, what that does over, say, a 7-day period is turn it into a chart that looks a little bit like this. Again, the trading volume on this is meager. There is not a lot of trading volume on this, but for some reason, over the last 14 days, it's gone up by 63%. Guys, this is the 4D chess that I talk about all the time. And not only do you get all of that, but you get emissions. Now, the APR on this is not huge, 11.44. The only world that 11% is not big in is the crypto world. In any other world, I defy you to go to any legacy bank that exists and get 11% for them to hold your money. It simply will not happen anywhere. So 11% is actually pretty goddamn good for holding 2 tokens. Now, one that has been flat, but one that is ascending and is carrying the other one with it. Guys, 4D chess. Now, what else do you get on that? You start to get crypto narrative that piles along with that, because anything that goes up suddenly is a good token. Token go up, I like token. And if you were to post something like that, say on the Twitter or anything else, and say, oh my goodness, look at this, it's gone up 60% in 14 days. Suddenly people start to look. Now, I don't really care if they buy the token. I'm indifferent to it. You want to buy it, buy it. I do care that they use the browser. Now, using the browser is actually going to be the money shot for this thing. Not at this time, but it's coming in. And the reason that it's coming in is because of not her, but the other guy that's on the other side of that frame, because he's personally working with the center. And Eric, are you guys revamping their tokenomics a little bit?
Yeah.
Little bit?
Yeah, we're talking with him about it. He's super open to it. We have a couple ideas that we've already started running by him.
Yep. So when that actually goes through, you were in under the old tokenomics, which means you got more for less. And then you actually come in there with a workable model, a workable, profitable model that is going to make that thing start to go up organically. Because if there's one thing that Eric knows, it's how to squeeze value out of chains. Out of anything else that he does, he knows how to squeeze value out of chains. If you want to see it for yourself, go ahead and take a look at his token. Now, even with that,
look at Jackal.
Look at Jackal. I'm not. He had a little bit to do with Jackal. What you want to? What you want to take a victory lap on Jackal? Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. I'll give you the big screen.
I would much rather take a victory lap on Jackal than Astrovault at this point. It's so freaking cathartic to see it. Like when we were telling everybody that this is an absolute giant, and like not just in Cosmos, but in global business, and they had a market cap around like $1 or $2 million. Like everyone thought we were crazy, just the same way they thought we were crazy when I was telling them that with our model, Osmosis would have been making $464 million a year last bull market, while they were making literally nothing. So yeah, Osmosis is making a lot more revenue than us now. proportionately, watch what happens when we scale. We're earning way more comparatively by like volume and liquidity. Either way, what I got to have the privilege of helping design for Jackal is the, as far as I know, first ever global permissionless decentralized sales force. Like if we're talking about decentralized business, how do you get better than that? So if you read the Jackal Econ V2 paper, a lot of that was me. I did contribute a lot to that design because I'm like, we're earning a ton of Jackal. If they don't raise money, if they don't get cap interest and whatnot, then it's going to die. If Jackal goes to zero, so to that area of our treasury. But look at what it can be. Look at what it is right now. They built the proof of concept. They built all of this infrastructure. It's brilliant. Let's make that a sustainable business model that grows, that scales. Let's use the token to incentivize what makes money, the sales, commission, raise the prices, figure out unit margin, all the traditional business stuff, while they're doing all of the fantastic crypto and storage and everything else stuff. It's just the idea of it's already doing numbers. Wait until you see how these new sales numbers turn into commission, turn into protocol owned liquidity. Like you can be a professional Jackal salesman. Our DAO is going to be professional salesman. We're going to have our own RNS NFT. We're going to be selling stuff and having the commission go to POL. And anybody can and should do that. Like that is what I'm stoked about.
Yeah, and see that's the whole thing. That's the whole rub right there, because Jackal is a use case product, use case token, and it's designed to be utilized. That's what spurs its growth. The token is great, man. Crypto is crypto. It is what it is. But the thing that makes it long-term sustainable is customers, people using it. Now, what does Astrovault get out of it? They're a huge partner with Jackal. So as Jackal rises, Jackal carries all boats. It certainly did over here, because Jackal carried, not only did it help carry AXV, it helped carry Archway. It helped carry virtually anything that it's paired against over here, and it's paired against an awful lot of things. Archway is not carrying Jackal. Jackal's carrying Archway. It's going the other way around, but that's fine, man. Look, we're all in this together. The Cosmos Curve, that's what Eric talks about, man. You're building an actual functional ecosystem away from the cartel. That's what they're doing, and it's working. And it's doing it in 3 goddamn weeks. And it's still staying under the radar, man. I don't understand how this is happening, but it is what it is. All right, Bell, questions, go.
All right, Codar1 with a generic one. When is Bitcoin having roughly?
I think it's like April. Is that right, Eric? I think it's around April.
Yeah, I believe so. Like 40, 50 days.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not much of a Bitcoin guy. If you follow the channel for any length of time, you are well aware that I don't own a lot of Bitcoin. I won't own a lot of Bitcoin. I understand the ethos behind it, and I think it's great, man. But it's been so corrupted now by TradFi that it's lost its way. All right, now it's a giant meme coin for TradFi, so I have even less interest in it right now. But for me, as an entertainer, I'm not allowed to say the I word anymore. The lawyers got to me. But me as an entertainer, I'm looking for percentages. That's all I'm looking for is percentages. Percentages matter to me, not being able to flex your Bitcoin nuts. I don't care about that. It went up 5% today. Fantastic. Jackal went up 20. Jackal went up 20. So, yeah, that's kind of it for me. Bell, please carry on.
All right, so Makoka to Streamwalker with one directed to you, Scott. Judy Hopps.
You don't like Judy Hopps, dude? Have you ever seen Zootopia?
Oh, I think he's asking if that's who it is on your shirt.
Yeah, it's Judy Hopps, man, from Zootopia. I'm a huge Disney fan. I am an absolute I idolize Walt Disney, because Walt Disney knew a thing or two about business that seems to be lost in the modern world. And one of his quotes sticks out to me more than anything else. Find out what the people want and build it. That was it. That was his quote. Find out what the people want and then go ahead and build it. Now, what the people want, in my opinion right now, is mobile data storage using Jackal. It might not be all the people, but it's enough of the people. That's what they want. That's what they ask for. Mobile, mobile, mobile. Jackal, we had Marston on, and he said that they're going to be doing their thing with that, but it won't be till Q4 or probably Q1, Q2 of 2025. So I want it now. So I built it now, and I think that's what the people want, is mobile data storage using Web3. We're calling it Web 2.5. So yeah, needless to say, I idolize him, find out what the people want, and go ahead and build it, and things will work out. I happen to love the movie Zootopia. I thought it was the sloss at the DMV was what put me over the top on that. That one more than anything else. And if I ever post a meme, it has something to do with the sloths at the DMV. Huge fan. Belle, carry on.
All right. So next one's actually kind of directed at Eric and I from Leanson. Okay, let's make a shirt that says, "Don't send nudes, send Astrovault spreadsheet."
My wife got me a mug that says "Freak in the Sheets" with like the XL logo on it.
Freaking the oh, okay, that's very clever. I just got that. I just got that. That's very good. Hey, serious up, all right? This is crypto. This is serious business. Belle, carry on.
I mean, Astro King following up with "when spreadsheet."
Okay, Eric, I think we found out what the people want. They want to see your spreadsheets, dude. When can we expect that?
This is all I've wanted from a community, just people to care about my nerdy Google Sheets. I can't send them out to you guys. I'm happy to go over numbers and community calls and stuff on Wednesday and have the team's eyes glazed over. But you guys want to know P&Ls on individual pools, how much we're making each one, how much we spend on each one. When Scott says I obsess over this, I do. We crunch the numbers. We update everything every single Monday. That's why we could tweet out we made 38,000. I know to the dollar about how much we made. So.
All right. Well, then you know what? I'm going to ding you right now. You know everything about what's going on over here. Is that correct? Is that what I just heard you say?
Literally.
Okay.
Verbatim.
All right. Then I'm going to ask you a question. How much are you earning and how much are you spending monthly? Go.
Monthly. Oof. Weekly. I know weekly off the bat. We made a bit over $38,000 this last week, and we spent total spend was a bit over $50,000. Net spend was only just over 40,000 because 20% of what we spent was earned by our DAO and automatically burned. So we ran at a total minus $1,500 flat for the week.
So you lost money. No,
yeah,
hey, no, just call it out when you know it, dude. So you lost money last week. Is that what you're saying? Say it big.
I don't know. So for these numbers,
you just said
no. Well, here's the issue. I'm erring on the caution side. So like I'm using the numbers based on 7-day moving average for revenue, but I'm using the highest price of the 22 cents from today for the cost basis. Whereas realistically, the 7-day moving average for AXV was 17 cents. If I used that, we actually would have operated at a profit this last week.
Yeah, but you didn't. It's 22 cents. So therefore you operate at a loss. Dude, I don't make the rules.
But the revenue we earned is also worth more now.
I give nobody
the Jackal's worth more now.
It is. I give nobody a pass on this show. All right. Even look, man. We have conversations. I like what you do, man, but I give nobody a pass on here, and that is the alpha and the omega question, and I'm pretty sure you know why. How much are you earning, and how much are you spending? Okay, Eric, so we've determined that you're operating at a deficit here. What's your plan to get this, get the other side of the sheet a little bit higher? How are you going to start operating profitably? What needs to happen?
Yeah, grow revenue. You can only reduce costs up to 100%. You could grow revenue indefinitely. And so our plan coming in was actually operate at about a 40% deficit for the first year or two, because that deficit is growing us a basket of liquidity. And from that liquidity, like once we own it, rent to own model, we no longer have to continue paying for it. So, I mean, if you look at the, the Silicon Valley model, like they say, subsidize everything for 5 years, get a basket of users, and then up the fees. Like once Uber outprices all taxis, then you can charge more for rides. Yeah. We're not trying to do anything near that, but we are trying to focus on spending more now to attract liquidity, because once we own the liquidity, we no longer have to spend on that. You'll see the token we're listing, I think, tomorrow, if you're going to make me walk the plank.
What token is that? What token is that, by the way? What are you listing tomorrow? What are you listing? I need to know so I need to know so I can buy it now. I mean, how hard is this?
Astrovault effect on me.
How hard is this, dude? So I can buy it now.
I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect for anyone dressing up as a pirate. I'm just saying that.
So we've got 120K in POL in that token. We bootstrap those pools. Those pools have APRs around 20-30%, like what you guys are used to experiencing on Astrovault. But all of the rewards that are going to that pool are automatically burned because they're earned by the protocol owned liquidity. So it's only new liquidity that comes in that actually earns that's actually getting any of the spend. Otherwise, what shows that we're spending, which is coming from emissions, just goes away immediately. The more POL we build, longer term, the more that even if we're operating at 140% like spend rate, if we have more than 30-40% of the liquidity, we're operating at a net profit.
Okay. You know what, guys, we got to take a little break here just because I have to fill my glass. Somebody keeps drinking all my booze, Bell. I think it's the cat. We got to take a little break here, 60 seconds, but I'll tell you what, I like to give away money, and we're going to give away 100 Jackal right now, and Bella is going to tell you what you have to do to earn that 100 Jackal. That's called putting it on the spot. Bell, come up with something. Come on, go.
Oh, seriously. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I've got this.
All right.
Name one fun thing you guys can do to customize the dashboard on Astrovault?
Beautiful. That's the question. What can you do to customize the dashboard? I know the answer to this one. You guys figure it out. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We'll have our winner. Please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I'm going to keep saying that. I know it pisses off Clayton's War or whatever that douchebag's name is, man. That guy keeps going over to Reddit, Bell, and he keeps going over to Reddit and posting up like anything that happens over here, but I feel so bad for that guy. He was bashing the hell out of everything when the token was 2 cents. I will never touch that. I won't go near that thing. Are you kidding me? It's a scam. It's a hustle. It's in everything. If he's watching tonight, and I know he is. Oops. That's all I gotta say on that one. All right, Belle, who won the money?
That was actually Catwad Mike.
Catwad Mike
won the money.
All right, round of applause for Catwad. I don't think that was worth like $90 or whatever, man. But hey, cheers, dude. Buy whatever you want to do with it. Everybody else sells it as soon as they get it. Oops. I gotta say on that one too. All right, Belle, carry on. Questions or comments?
All right, so old man, can Power Bottom be the first meme token on Astrovault?
Boy, I can't speak on that. Maybe Eric can.
I do know of a really, really cool, use case, deep in native, really, meme token that's on its way. I don't think it's named Power Bottom, but I'm not entirely sure. That being said, I did kind of shut down Wasmo coming in. I'm really sorry to disappoint you guys.
Dude, no way. Did Wasmo pitch you guys? There's no way. Oh my god.
And we were getting pressured to add them. I'm like, look, it's not our liquidity. We wouldn't put it against AXV, but like I'm the one that goes to the foundation to try to like make these liquidity deals happen. I'm like, I wouldn't. I'm told to bring this to you. Here you go. I always give you advice with them. Like, here's a rate of a project. Here's the risk of liquidity pairing against them. You do you, boo.
Dude,
and,
I
shockingly, they didn't respond and they rugged.
I lost my shit when you listed Lavana. I was like, what are you doing, dude? All right, this is, for all intents and purposes, another meme token that has a really bad market maker. I mean, I haven't seen a rise and fall of a token like that in a very long time. And for those of you who don't remember, don't worry, you have the podcasts, and the neat thing is that we remember. And if you take a look at Lavana since launch, that's not something you want to be invested in. So I found it very interesting that you guys listed Lavana. Would you like to add a little bit of clarity to that particular listing, Eric?
I think their product is brilliant. I mean, they're making we're up to an ARR, like an extrapolated ARR of 2 million a year. They're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ton of users. My issue is the tokenomics. Like, there's no reason for us to assume right now that the $6 million are going to make in a year, which should go up with growth, is going to go to the token. And if it's something like Ripple, where it's like, oh, I want Levana equity, but I don't want a token, and the investors get both, then I don't want anything to do with it. But I'm bullish that, like, I think they're a good team. Obviously, the product is incredible. That over time, a lot of these people who come out with run-of-the-mill tokenomics, like, oh, we'll just make sure it's not a security, it's completely useless. You can't say it's a security. This thing's a joke. Not that their token is, but over time, like, they have a working business. They have real users. You turn that into the token, that's going to be huge. So, I mean, if they lean into the partnership, if they work with Astrovault more going on, like, I'm going to take a look at it, I'm going to give pointers and whatnot. And if they do drive the value to the token and keep growing their business model, then sweet. Meanwhile, we know that there's trouble in paradise, as Osmosis has outright said that they're going to directly compete with them. And we're like, hey, you guys want a partner that not only do you not have to pay for the liquidity like you're doing right now, but also that wants to use you guys to grow more offerings for our community rather than just like outright compete with you guys. So we'll see how we can collaborate as we both continue to grow.
Okay, well, I'll put it out to any of the Levana fans that are out there. If you're in touch with the community, during their token launch when they were getting ready, I got 10 emails a day from these guys. We want to come on the show. We want to pitch it. Yeah. I told them from the start, you don't want to come on this show because I see no use for this. I think it's a cash grab. I think it's a bad idea. Your tokenomics are awful, and I think it's going to tank. So I basically pushed them off. I said, nope, you don't want to come on this show. I'll smack you around, and it's not going to be good for you. But now that they're over on Astrovault, and I've heard Eric's arguments on that, I would be more than willing to entertain any of the Levana team that would like to come on here and have a discussion. Please keep in mind, I don't do this for views. I don't care. I don't need money. You can't sponsor this channel because you can't afford me. But I'd like to give good information out to the podcast family. That's really all it comes down to. And if Eric's right, and if there is an opportunity to be profitable or entertained in something like this, then I certainly want to bring that information out. So if anybody's out there friendly with the Levana team, send them our way. Talk to Bella at ThePodocasts.com. We'll see what we can do. Just come correct, man, because I tell you what, I guarantee you I am. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, so next one coming in, and this is a very generic one for everybody, I think. Code R1 coming in with one. They have an 86-inch TV at Walmart now. Great for my backyard.
86-inch TV. I didn't know they made them that big. I'm gonna go out tomorrow and buy one.
But for the backyard?
No, dude, it's gonna go right up here above my desk, man. I mean, it should fit on this enormous wall I have here. I have like 5 monitors, but there's room for an 86-inch TV, and I love this series, the HBO series Rome. Have you ever seen the HBO series Rome, Eric?
No,
Then
I
you
watched,
suck. You suck to such an nth degree, man.
I watched Bluey and Number Blocks.
Nah. Oh yeah, you got kitties. No, I'd love to see Rome on an 86-inch TV. That's a great catch there, man. I didn't know those existed. Carry on, Belle.
And I'm gonna throw in my thought there for the backyard. Go with the projector, dude. Not an 86-inch TV. No, save that for taking up room in your entire basement.
No, I'm gonna back him up on this, man. An 86-inch TV in the backyard. You were telling the world I don't give a shit what you think about me. I absolutely respect that. Carry on, Belle.
All right, so next one coming in from Microman. I've been playing around with the visualizer this week. Brilliant. I can see USD values in historic transactions and do swaps in USD equivalent. Fantastic job. I've never taken to a DEX so quickly.
Round of applause, I guess, for Eric. I'm not sure what to say. The visualizer that we're talking about, again, guys, we're looking at Astrovault right now. I've been putzing around Andromeda because it's been going up. That's the only reason that I've been around it. And I've been taking the Andromeda victories and I've been pushing them into Alter. I've been moving it here, but this is specifically what he's talking about. So if I want to trade, I'm up. I've put $3,000 into Andromeda. I've farmed about $1,000 off it into Alter. I'm just too good. I don't know what else to say on that one. Clayton, go ahead and write that one up, man. Scott is just too good. But if you the visualizer that we're talking about here, I don't know what that thing's going for now. Is that right? Yeah, we'll call it 52. That's that little button right there. So this is going to show you the path, what you're trading, everything, the fees, everything along the way. So in this case, if I hit the button, I'm putting in $52.18 worth of Andromeda, and it's going to be swapped over for X-Arch, and then it's going to be swapped from X-Arch over to Alter, and I'm going to get $52.81 worth of Alter out of there, most likely due to slippage of the token. But that's my total trade fee. That's my total gravitate that I'm going to earn, which is actually interesting because I'm going to earn more gravitate than it is for the cost of the trade. And then if I want to do that trade, then I come down here and I hit the execute button. I hit the approve. Cost me 8 cents worth of Archway. I've been hard on Archway, guys. I've been incredibly hard on Archway, and I'm going to continue to be incredibly hard on Archway. But they did something very, very smart here. They deferred to the will of the community. They had to recognize that $2.50 for a trade is entirely too much. And for somebody like me who's coming over here to harvest our rewards, and if I wanted to hit that collect that reward button, get my $261, now it costs me 34 cents. All right, a week ago it cost me almost $3. So you're talking about 90% off the cost of a trade. So they did a good thing here. They deferred. They honored the vote. They deferred to the will of the community. They didn't lean on their validator set like they did on the Astrovault prop. So they didn't do that. They actually did the right thing. They gained a lot more credibility with me, and I'm a lot more interested in what they have going on right now because I know that they can do the right thing, and that's really all that I'm interested in. So anyway, that was the visualizer button for answering that question. Hope it did. And Belle, please carry on.
All right, and Carnthus, and I am going to fix the way this question was originally typed in chat, but Eric, what is the token that you most want on AXV that you think you have no chance of ever getting?
Boy, I know what I want.
That I think I have no chance of getting. I know tokens I want on AXV. I don't think that there is a token that we don't have a chance of getting. If you guys see like how this scales, there's no ecosystem that can't come to us. There's no ecosystem we can't build on that we won't work on. If you guys like, oh, but Bitcoin can't come, like we have ways. We're already in talks with people to get native Bitcoin types of bridging. I'm actually doing consulting work for groups that can bring that directly to Astrovault. So there's no token we can't get. As far as tokens, like what I'm most excited to get on Astrovault, probably XUSD.
XUSD. Why XUSD?
Think it can do some incredible things for growing decentralized businesses.
See, now you're starting to drift off on that, man. When you start getting into the derivative USD and all that other stuff, man, you kind of lose me. It gets into that Kuji mindset, that Kajira mindset. And it's not, that doesn't,
Nope.
you can shake your head all you want, dude, but it doesn't matter, man, because we're talking about my money, and my money's going to go where I think it's treated best. I don't think it's treated best in a USD derivative on that. That's the same reason I'm not in your IST pool. And your IST pool is fantastic. Have you guys seen this? I don't, for some reason, they talk about everything else, but they don't talk about IST paired with USDC at 9%. For some reason, they just kind of skim around that one. $250,000 worth of liquidity sitting in there, 9%, as your money is just sitting there doing nothing, and you're earning AXV on that. I think it's a huge marketing miss. I think you guys bricked it on that one. It's you smile, you know I'm right. It's a fantastic bull, man, and for some reason that thing just takes a pass on that
Scott,
one.
we've got too much stuff to market. It's tough, man. It was actually 21%, and somebody just threw another like 140K in it. So
it was today. It was today, and I wonder who that person was. I wonder who that person was, dude. I got to put it somewhere, dude, and I'll take 9% on stable. Are you kidding me? Carry on, Belle.
All right. So, Microman, we've got wrapped Bitcoin on Astrovault. When will we see wrapped Ethereum?
Ooh.
We had ETH Axel. We had decent liquidity in it, and it got pulled out and used an outbid. So thank you, but we no longer had decent liquidity in it. So we're gonna look into different like Ethereum providers. Maybe Axelar will start working with us if there is demand for ETH. then we're happy to facilitate the pools. Right now, like the pool was live for a while, APRs were decently high, and we just had no more liquidity left. Additionally, just a note on the IST USDC pool at the 21% APR with the hardly any fees, due to some people like getting out with soft unbonding, we ran that pool. We ran at a profit. So our stable pools are meant to be loss leaders. We ran that pool at a profit last week with the high APR.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Belle, please carry on.
Divergent Dan talking about the Cosmos merch store. Can the U.S. order from the merch store? I'll go ahead and answer this one.
All right, go ahead, Belle.
Why, yes, they can. How else am I supposed to be rocking the awesome hat that came from there?
Yes, I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the Cosmos merch store. As long as he does not tokenize it. If he tokenizes it, it's gonna go a different way from Scott here. I think it's a nifty little business. You sell merchandise, we give you money for it, and everybody's happy. But I do it because I have an abundance of Bicana. And Bicana came out with something. It's been live for about a year and a half now. I'm surprised people are not taking advantage of it, but they have came out with the Cosmos Pay. So effectively, there's 4 different tokens that you can use through Cosmos Pay, and Cosmos Pay is accepted on the Cosmos merch store. So I pay for everything with Bicana. I mean, this hat that I'm wearing, I paid for it with Bicana. That's what it's for. It's a currency, and I want to use it as a currency. So T-shirts, hats, hoodies, all that other good stuff. It's fantastic. And yeah, the only KYC that you have if you're using that is where do you want it shipped. So if you are one of those really, really troglodyte people that you just don't want your information out there, open a P.O. box, ship it to the P.O. box, who cares? But if not, you got to put somewhere for you to receive the merchandise, and unfortunately, it's going to be your address. So you're going to KYC yourself right there. But I just see it as crypto using Web3, man. Crypto people helping crypto people, man. That's what we're here for. If we don't build this community, you have half of us are trying to build a community and the other half are trying to farm the community. I just prefer to be on the builder side. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, Hollywood Built. Will you still demonstrate how to bring Jackal over to Astrovault?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, we'll do it right now. And I did see your, I'm giving you a round of applause too, by the way. I did see your thing. Yeah, so if you come over here to astrovault.io, you're logged into your Kepler wallet. I'm logged into a Kepler wallet. I don't even know which one. I'm logged into a Kepler wallet. So if you come over here to Kepler, and what you're going to do is go to the dashboard. Now, if you don't have any archway, you're going to need some archway. I don't know about the faucet. I don't care. I'm not getting into that. You know what? Go to Osmo, buy 50 cents worth of archway, export it to your Kepler wallet, and you're good to go. So from there, you're going to come over here and you're going to find the Jackal token. Now, right here, you're seeing the Jackal token. If you click on those little things right there, which I still think you could do this better, Eric. By the way, that's customer feedback. I think you could do better than those 3 little things. It's not clear. Click on that right there.
The big blue button. We made it blue.
Okay, I'm showing this live, dude. Everybody's on my side on this. Trust me. All right, you can fight me on it, or you can take my word for it. Once you actually come over here, you can get the X asset, deposit, or withdraw, whichever one you want to do. You can. You're going to be using the IBC or fiat. If you click that, it gives you a opportunity to purchase tokens right there using fiat. But you do you, bro. But if you come over here and you click a fixed amount of Jackal, it's going to read your Kepler wallet. It's going to tell you how much you can transfer. You come over here and you hit that little deposit button. It's going to come up. It's going to cost you 1 penny because this is Jackal. And actually, it's less. It used to be 0.5. Bell 0.05 Jackal used to be less, but it isn't anymore. Welcome to a successful chain. Hit that button right there. As soon as that little thing stops spinning, the Jackal is now going to be alive and well. I'll wait for it. I love to do things live. There you go. IBC transfer was successful. I can get the transaction. I can receive the TX, whatever I want to do, or I can dismiss it. And when you come back over to your wallet, you're going to see an additional 10 Jackal are going to be sitting right over there, which you can buy, sell, trade, do whatever you got to do, but you can do it right there. It is a very, very simple DEX. All right, as far as they give you all the tools you need over here. It is a very, very simple DEX. I think it's too simple. But that's me. But yeah, click the buttons, move your Jackal in, good to go. Hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
All right. right. So next one coming in from Microman. How much trading growth have you seen since the Archway gas prop passed?
Wow,
mean,
that's a good question.
Yeah, volume skyrocketed. The last 3 days, we've gotten over $2 million a day in daily volume. The prop passed what on Friday, so I guess a ton. The highest weeks we had prior to this last week, we had finally gone from like under 2 million in 7 day volume to just over 3, and we just went from just over 3 to over 11 in this last 7 day period. With like I believe 7 million of it being in the last 3 days since the prop passed, so a ton.
Great question, Bell. Carry on.
All right, so next one coming in from New Type. Eric, have you been in talks with Carbon on potentially listing SWTH on AXV?
Ooh.
I like Demex more than Lavanna.
Ooh.
Nope. Give me an intro. I'd love to.
You greedy bitch. Carry on, Bell.
Cool Cat Crypto. What about Mo Adam?
Got to get Mo Adam.
I again, man, look, I'm not sure how much of that pool I'm supposed to support for you, dude. All right, I got a lot of Adam in there. You know, I'm not an Adam fan. I'm not an Adam fan.
I think that was supposed to be my Adam.
My Adam. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna break from the show right now because I heard something that disturbed me a little bit, and I want to put it out. So, rumor has it, and we're gonna see it as a prop, that the AA DAO, that's the Atom Accelerator DAO, is going to put up a prop to sell the atom that they have in their possession. They're going to turn it into cash. Now, that disturbs me on so many levels because, one, that's not your job. Your job is to find products that are going to accelerate market growth, and you're going to fund them with Atom. Now, we all know that they take the Atom and they sell it. We know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody who gets paid in Atom sells the Atom. They dump it. It's endless sell pressure. There's a reason that this token is effectively a stable token now. But if you do that, you are signaling to every investor out here that you have no faith in your product. You have no faith in your product. And I consider that extremely short-sighted and dangerous. Eric, have you heard this, or am I the only person who's heard about this? Am I the guy?
I have heard this, and we are proudly sponsored by the AA DAO, and I hope that they don't pursue that direction. Happy to go into it if you want to. If not, I get it.
Nah, it's late in the show to get into that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that I'm aware of it. This is dangerous. When you are selling your native asset for cash, you're telling everybody to sell your native asset for cash. That's a signaling proposal to hell and gone. Bell, please carry on.
All right, Microman, random question for Eric. Oh, Eric, do you watch Miss Rachel? My ex's grandson loves her. She's brilliant.
The hell is that?
She's fantastic. Yeah, I watch her all the time. Well, I hear her all the time while my girls are, yeah.
I got nothing.
All
Go,
right.
Bell.
I'm so glad my kids are older now. Astro King, how many AXV are released into circulation each month?
Right now, it's 12% of 1.917 million, which is that's how much gets minted per month. So 12% of that.
Come on, Rain Man. What's the number? They want to know the number. So
and then
it's
the net would be minus what gets burned. My official guess is going to be about 180,000 because of how much gets burned. So I'd say circulating supply goes up by about 180,000 per month.
All right, so Catwad, when will Scott dump all his bags on my head?
Never, dude. I'm not that kind of entertainer. I get a lot of heat, man, out here. I get a lot of heat. I get a lot of negative everything. I got people posting on Reddit about me, about the show, about what we do, everything. And it's so grossly misinformed, man, that it's almost laughable. But perception is reality out here in the crypto world. So when you get people talking about it, something, and starting to pick up on it, then it suddenly becomes reality, and everybody starts looking at it a little bit different. For what it's worth, I'm the best friend you can have out here, hands down the best friend that you can have out here, because I have my money in smart. I have it in the right place at the right time for the right reasons. And I'm not the guy that's looking for the quick buck. I've never been the guy that's looking for the quick buck. If I was the guy looking for the quick buck, I wouldn't have been buying Jackal at 2 cents. I'm the guy that's looking long, 6 months, 9 months, 18 months, 3 years. I'm the guy that's looking way out there because that's the payday. Right now, what we do here every day, this is just traffic, man. This is trying to get into the faster lane before that one actually comes to a complete stop. So Scott is not the person who dumps bags. I don't need to, man, because it doesn't benefit me. I don't think you guys are quite understanding that. And I know that douchebag Clayton isn't understanding that. I'm pretty well doxxed, guys. I show you my wallets. I show you everything. I show you what I am, what I'm doing, what I'm about, all of it. And there's a reason that I'm doing that. I don't need this. Bell doesn't need this. Eric doesn't need this. We don't need this. We do it because we feel that we have a little bit of insight that might benefit other people. And that's why I continue to put my face up here. That's why I continue to expose myself up here, because it's not about me anymore. All right, I'm good. It's about you guys. I care about you guys. I care about the podcast. I care about the family. And I want to try to give you usable information. What you do with it is completely up to you. But that's why I do it. That's why I continue to bring it up here. So when I hear things like, when are you going to dump Scott? I'm not going to lie, man. It bugs me. All right. Because I'm not that guy, man. I'm just absolutely not that guy. But I want to make sure that you guys understand the why of it. I am a little bit self-focused here. My money is very, very important to me. But I don't take a ground level view of crypto. I take a 30,000-foot view of crypto. I'm not looking at where it is now. I'm looking at where I perceive it will be 18 months from now. That's what matters. That's what matters. And if you don't think that that matters, why don't you look at the thumbnail of this show? Because the thumbnail of this show was the show we did right after Luna UST crashed. That's the thumbnail that we used. I thought it was important to use that one today because all the bad stuff, all the negativity, all the, oh my God, sky's falling and it's over. I'm in a better position now than I was before Luna UST fell because I have a plan, because I have a strategy, because I'm extremely disciplined in what I do each and every single day. That I have more money now than I did before Luna UST crashed, and I'm not that bright. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Bell, we are just about over time. If we got any last questions, consider that my outro. If we got anything left, go ahead and bang them out real quick, lightning round.
All right, Divergent Dan, can a game kind of like the Google No Internet game be added to Astrovault?
What is the Google No Internet game?
That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, the answer is yes. I mean, Flappy Bird works no internet, right? Why not just bring Flappy Bird to Astrovault?
Hey, Carnthus.
Go ahead and wink, dude. We know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bell.
Carnthus. Excel versus Google Sheets for spreadsheet work and why bitmap files are superior.
Oh my God, I feel like an absolute a sellout for changing from being an Excel truther, but now I'm Google Sheets for everything because I have to share docs all the time with teams, and it's so much easier until we have Jackal sharing a little bit easier. Then I could do Excel with Jackal, and that's the dream. And I have no idea what bitmap is. I don't even save my docs because they're in Google Sheets.
My God, that took 3 seconds to bore me. Carry on, Bell.
Always Wanderlust. Will I ever be able to use Bitcana to pay for my edibles at the dispensary?
You know what? That's the dream. Carry on, Bell.
Mad Scientist. For clarification, building a chain, you would put your money in the pool, not the farm, correct?
That's an Eric question. Go ahead.
Can you say that one more time, please?
For clarification's sake, you would put your money in the pool, not the farm, correct?
Pools usually have higher APR. They help the decks a little bit more. Farms are a way of showcasing how valuable Astrovault is. Like, if you want, we can 5x the APRs on the Arch and Jackal farms immediately, but then we're not growing our POL. So we prefer you put them in pools. That's what's growing Astrovault faster, but we need enough people to put them in farms to make to be a decent supply sink. Also, as far as the pool incentives go, we are operating the AXV based pools at a loss and almost all of the other pools at a profit, the exception of things like Rat Bitcoin, with the intention of driving value to the AXV token and earning more from the non-AXV tokens.
That was the last question for the evening.
Fantastic. Well, you guys heard my closing monologue. Eric, 30, 45, 60 seconds, whatever you need, bro. Talk it up, talk yourself out of here, and then we'll turn it over to Bell.
Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I'm glad that we finally have the token live, that we're doing the growth that we promised. It's humbling. We've gotten a lot of really heartfelt and nice DMs. We really, really appreciate it. We are bootstrapped. We don't have VCs. There is nobody coming and waiting to dump on you. We're trying to do this right. We're trying to grow this from the ground up. Other people have tried to just launch their token at $1 billion valuation and let it fall to 200 million as a form of anchoring with the right market makers and whatnot. We don't do that. We're starting low so that we can grow and showcase and do this the right way and do right by everyone who has supported us all the way along. We knew that we were going to outbid with a much lower valuation than we could argue for. But we also knew that it would make people loyal and it would show people that we're here for the right reasons. I hope that comes across. We will continue doing right by you. We will continue being accessible. We will continue being transparent. We're here for the long haul, not to make a quick buck.
All right. We're about to turn it over to Bell, but for all the kudos people out there, woo, what a good day. Bell, talk us up. Take us out.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us for this unscheduled Monday night live stream, wow. Thank you guys so much. We literally can't say thank you guys enough. We are scheduled to go on live tomorrow evening at our normal time of 6 p.m. Central Standard or midnight UTC, since I've been getting told that adding both times is a good thing. In between now and tomorrow night, if you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to drop Scott or myself an email, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we cannot say thank you guys enough, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.